Hello, Miss Young here, and I am ready to show you your growth folder for your student-led growth conferences. Here we go. Okay, so step one is you're going to have your data sheet that the teacher and the scholar will go over together, and this is what they're going to use to prep for their conference. So the first one is math. It'll have where the scholar performed at the beginning of the year, and then where the scholar performed on their interim, and then their growth goal for the end of the year, and then what the plan will be for the scholar to get to their growth goal. If it's K through 2, it'll say beginning of the year and then most recent assessment, since K through 2 did not have an interim. So they'll do this for math and reading, and again, the teacher and the scholar will go over this together to prep for their meet. All right, step 2 is gonna be where the teacher can help with this, but the scholar will fill out their reflection, and this is what they're going to use to actually do their growth conference with their family. So if they just follow the prompts, at the beginning of the year, I scored, and then whatever they write there. I hope this isn't backwards. It probably is backwards, but that's okay. So anyway, so they fill this out, then they pick 2 from each color, so 2 columns, or the teacher can have them do all 3 if they wish. But this is basically them reflecting on how they're doing in that subject area. Ask if they have questions, and then at the end, the scholar will show, let me see, their work that's in their portfolio. So this should be really full. This is again a fake folder, so it doesn't have much in there, but the teacher will make sure to put math and reading work in there, and if it's a 5th grader, it'll have science in there as well. And here's what the 5th grade growth sheet, the data sheet, will look like. So it has math, reading, science, and then the scholar will fill out all of these for each subject area, have all their work in here to show, and all the scholar needs to do is follow the prompts on the page to walk their parents or families through the conference. They'll have 1 for math, 1 for reading, and 1 for science. And that is it. And you'll see a video with my children fumbling on how to get through this. Okay, so this video is going to be the pre-conference, so what we do to prepare the scholars for their growth conference with their families. So I have Alexa here, she's my student, and we're gonna fill this out together. So Alexa, please write your name quickly. Your last name. What grade are you in? And who's your familiar teacher? Perfect. Okay, and then come a little closer. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, so on my computer, this is my fake computer, I have Alexa's scores for math and reading, what she did at the beginning of the year and what she did on her interim, and what our growth goals are. Okay, so Alexa, so at the beginning of the year, you scored approaches on your math test. So you were almost passing, so you were very close. So go ahead and circle that for math. But then when you took your math interim test, you got meets. So awesome job. Woohoo. Go ahead and circle meets. Great job. Thank you, KJ. Now, let's talk about by the end of the year for math. I really think since you were approaches at the beginning of the year, you did show that you can make it and hit meets this year. Then I think you can do meets on your star at the end of the year. What do you think? Think you can do it? Okay, go ahead and circle it. All right, so the way we're going to get there, so the growth plan is what I am going to have you do is during class, we're going to do in-class acceleration. So you're going to be on iReady during class time. So go ahead and circle that. And then you're going to do 1 iReady lesson each night. Can you do that? Okay, you know how to get on iReady at home, right? Okay, awesome. Go ahead and circle that. All right, now let's do reading. Are you still recording? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So reading, at the beginning of the year, you actually hit meets. That's awesome. So go ahead and circle meets. Thank you. And then on your interim, you also hit meets. So when you just took your interim test, you hit meets. So good job on that. So go ahead and circle here. Thank you, KJ. Now, by the end of the year, Alexa, I really think you can get to masters because you've already shown me a couple different times and with your schoolwork that you're really rocking it and you're a really great reader. So I'm going to push you to masters. Think you can do that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is I'm going to have you do in-class acceleration. So when you're not on iReady, you'll be on iStation. Go ahead and circle that. And then we're going to do an at-home practice sheet. So go ahead. All right. So you're going to do one iReady lesson for math each night, and then you'll do one practice sheet for reading every night, okay? Awesome. So let's go ahead and prepare for your conference. So you're going to fill in the blanks. So at the beginning of the year, you scored a what on your 9 weeks test for math? What'd you score?
Approaches.
Approaches. Go ahead and write that down. OACHES. Perfect. Now on your interim test, what did you score? When you just took your interim test, what'd you score? Meats. Awesome. So go ahead and write that down. Thank you, KJ. Okay. Now, your goal is to show growth, right? Say show growth.
Show growth.
Awesome. Okay, so you're on, by the end of the year on your math star, what are you going to do? You're going to score what?
Meat.
You're going to score meats because at the beginning of the year, you had approaches. You showed me you could get to meats, and I think we can hit meats by the end of the year. Awesome. And then what did we say we were going to do? So for math, what is our daily practice time going to include?
In class.
Acceleration. And
daily at home iReady lesson.
Perfect. So circle those things. So you got acceleration, circle that one, and circle at home iReady. Okay. So when we talk about growth mindset, what do you think that means to you? What does it mean to have a growth mindset?
I don't really know.
Okay. What does it mean to show growth or make improvements? What does that mean?
To show that you're ready for new stuff.
Okay. All right. So then go ahead and write that down. So for you, all this year, you're going to have a growth mindset, meaning that you're ready to learn new things, right? Because that's what you like to do. Go ahead and write that down.
Ready to learn new things?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you put ready to learn new things and try your best every day. Okay, so some of the reflections you have on how you're doing this year and about how you can grow. So we're going to pick 2 from the green. Here, come closer. 2 from the green, 2 from the yellow, and 2 from the blue. So you can pick whichever ones you want, just 2 from each color, okay? All right, and let's go ahead and fill these out, and then we'll start the video back. ACTION. Okay, so she says she's most proud of her subtraction and math. Okay, pick another green one. One you feel most strongly, or one exit ticket you mastered this year. Okay, what area do you feel most strongly in?
What does that mean? What area?
In math, what have you learned that you feel the most strong, the strongest in?
Multiplication.
Okay, so go ahead and say one area I feel strongly in is multiplication. It's something like that. Okay, cool. So let's do the yellow one. So these are about what can you do to be better? So pick 2 of those. One thing you're having a hard time with, one thing you've tried a few times but you're still confused, or one thing you wish you could be able to explain in your own words.
This one and this one again.
Okay, so what do you feel like you're having a hard time with?
Probably we just started learning division. It's a little hard.
Okay.
Getting it.
Okay, so put division.
So D.
Sound it out.
Division.
D-I.
D-I.
V-I-S-I-O-N. Okay. And then one thing that you've tried a few times that still is confusing to you.
Probably doing. We are still learning arrays.
Okay, write that down.
So
A-R-R. A-Y-S. I love it. Okay, and then pick 2 from the blue. Some things that distract me in class. So we're on the blue, and she chose some things that distract me in class are when people talk a lot. Okay, and what's the other one you want to work on?
This one.
Okay, I can improve in class overall by what?
Maybe, like, if I could, like, maybe try to understand it a little bit more.
Okay, like how?
Like, to not get distracted a lot. To not get distracted.
Okay, so put that down.
To...
Okay, all right. So then when we're ready, so those are your 2. So then the next one you're going to say, in my portfolios, I have examples from my math work, and then you'll show that. And you'll say, one thing I understand from this lesson was to, and then one thing I could do better.
E.
I see where you're going with that.
M. F.
Good job, KJ.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then my periods.
Thank you for adding your periods. Okay, so now we've finished the math reflection. And then the reading reflection. So this is what her reading would look like. Okay, so we've done our prep. My baby knows how she did with her math. She knows how she did with her reading. She knows what she did on her interim, and she knows her growth goal. Say, show growth.
Show growth.
There we go. Then we have had a reflection on how she's doing in math, and then we did a reflection on how she's done with reading, and then we have a bunch of work that is in her portfolio that she is ready to show her mom and dad when they come. And there's going to be a lot more work in here because this is a fake folder. All right, so now we're going to do another video, and she's going to go through her whole conference. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we have KJ here. He's in, what grade are you?
First.
Say it like you mean it.
First grade.
All right, first grade. Okay, so he's in the unicorn familia with Miss Young. All right, so we're going to fill out his growth chart, his data sheet together. Okay, this is my fake computer. All right, KJ, how are you doing today, buddy?
Good.
All right, here's your pen. Okay, so go ahead and write your name here quickly. Okay, what grade are you? And who is your teacher?
I forgot.
Me, I'm your teacher.
Oh.
Just put mommy. Just put mommy.
I'm just gonna put mom.
Okay. Okay, that says ma'am. Okay. All right, so KJ, at the beginning of this year on iReady, you actually scored 1 grade level below in math. So go ahead and circle. We're not quite there yet. Now, on your most recent math assessment, you scored early on grade level. Way to go, buddy. Go ahead and circle here. Now, by the end of the year, let's see what I have you. Oh, you love math. I think you're going to be above grade level. Go ahead and circle there. You're going to be at the end of the year.
Above grade level.
All right. Okay. Now, the way we're going to do that is we're going to do in-class intervention. So circle that, in-class intervention. And then I'm going to send you home an at-home practice sheet every night, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to take you about 10 minutes to finish your at-home practice sheet, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's see what you did for reading. Let me look on my computer. Oh, okay. For reading, it looks like you were below grade level on reading. Not too bad, but we'll get there. Go ahead and circle that. That was at the beginning of the year. Now, when you took your most recent reading assessment, I saw that you were approaching grade level. So you actually bumped up a little bit. Go ahead and circle here. Now, I've been seeing so much of your reading this year, and you've been doing such an amazing job. I think by the end of the year, say show growth.
Show growth.
We're going to get on grade level. Yeah, let's do it. So by the end of the year in reading, you're going to be what?
On top grade level.
On top grade level. Okay, so look at, what does that say? On
grade level.
All right. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to make, and then you're also going to have in-class intervention for reading as well. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get ready for our conference. So right here, so let's kind of zoom in. So it says for math at the beginning of the year. So what did you get at the beginning of the year? So you were 1 grade level below. So for you, it's either very confused, understanding some things, or understanding many things. So at the beginning of the year, I would say we were understanding some things because you were almost on grade level. So go ahead and circle here. All right. Now we're going to work hard to meet your math goal. So your math goal, what did we say we were going to get? Your math goal is what?
Or above grade level.
So what is it?
Above grade level.
All right. So we're going to circle that. Go ahead and circle it. Focus. Okay. Now, to meet your goal, we said we were going to do what? We were going to do in-class intervention and an at-home practice sheet. So let's circle this one. So work on your at-home practice sheet. Practice more during class. Right here. Circle this. Because we're going to do in-class intervention. Is there anything else that we could do, KJ? Look, not talking while my teacher is talking. Listen to my teacher more. Ask my teacher when I don't understand. Ask for help or give help to my table partner, or not allow other things to distract me. Are there anything else that we could do for math to get better and hit your goal?
Yeah.
Which one do you think?
Listen to my teacher more.
Okay, circle that one. Anything else?
Not talking while when my teacher is talking.
It was, yes, and that says teaching. So go ahead and circle
Teaching.
that. Okay. And then, so we got these, and then we'll say, now I will show you my math and science work for my portfolio, and you can ask me questions. Okay, so back to me, and then this is, so he'll do his reading one. We'll do it the same way, and then he has all his work in his portfolio ready for his conference. So we'll come back in just a second so that we can show you how the conference will look. High five, KJ. All right. Okay, so I've shown you a K through 2, the lower school version. I've showed you a 3rd grade version, and the only ones I haven't showed you yet are 4th and 5th grade. So the only thing is my daughter is the one recording, and she's the oldest, so I'm just going to walk you through this one. So here we go. This one is the 5th grade. So the only difference is it's adding science because 5th grade took science. So when we're doing our prep, the teacher will give the scholar the math last year's star, their interim, what they did on interim, and then what their growth goal is, and then they'll circle which part of their growth plan will help them get to their growth goal. So they'll do that for math, reading. The only thing about science is we don't have the beginning of the year, so we just have what they did on their science interim and then what their growth goal is. All right. And then when we are ready to prep for the conference, hold on, let me see, yeah. So it's the same as the 3rd grade one. So the scholar will fill out this portion, go back to when they spoke with their teacher and fill this in. To me, having a growth mindset means 2, and then they fill this out, and then they pick 2 from each section. So 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 blue, or if the teacher wants them to fill out all of them, then go ahead and that's up to the teacher. And then the scholar will ask the parent or family member, what questions do you have? And then they'll be ready to show their work for math. They'll do the same thing for reading. So have this filled out. When it's time for conference, they'll show their reading work. And then they'll fill the same thing out for science. When it's time for conference, then they'll show their science. So this is a fake portfolio with a bunch of fake work in here. But it should be nice and full. All right. And then we will do the practice conference. Be right back. All right, so we're going to our growth conference with our kids.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Hi. There, that's your mommy.
Hi.
Okay, all right.
Have a seat.
Awesome.
So what are we going to be talking about today?
We are here today to talk about my growth folder and how I am doing this year.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
That's nice.
My name is Alexa Young. I'm in 3rd grade and my teacher is Miss Young. Where am I? This is the page what I helped prepare for this meeting.
Okay, go to the next page.
Okay, so what's this one?
This is what I could do in math.
I scored neat.
Woohoo!
Okay, so read this.
My goal to show growth. So this year for Math Star, I will score a meet.
Yay!
My growth plan for the rest of the school year will include
what about
acceleration.
Mm-hmm.
At home, I ready lesson daily.
Mm-hmm.
To me, having a growth mindset means to be ready to learn new things and try my best every day.
Good job.
There are some of the reflections I have on how I am doing this year. As I think about how I can grow, I am most proud of my subtraction. One area I feel strongly in is multiplication. One thing I am having a hard time with is division. One thing that I have tried a few times that still makes me confused is arrays.
Okay.
Some things that distract me in class are when people talk a lot, and I can improve in class overall by not to get distracted. What questions do you have for me so far about how am I doing in class?
Okay, so y'all didn't do this one. So tell me about your work.
Alright, so I got...
How have you been doing on your work here?
I have some examples of my math work. These pages are an example of when me and my teacher have been working on. One thing I understand from this lesson was to multiply 2-digit numbers. One thing I could do better on this here is to finish all the math problems.
Okay. And then you're
Okay, so you're trying to get better at not doing that?
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the one I had a little bit of trouble on. It was a little bit hard, but I figured it out.
Okay.
This one was really simple. I got that done like really quick.
Mm-hmm. What was so simple about it?
It was just how you had to add the number and then subtract
you need
it
to work
after,
on practice sheets.
and
So you
then
need to work on practice
what that
sheets
answer from
your
the
teacher's gonna give you at
addition
home so you can get better and better
plus
at
the
reading and
answer
math
from
and
the
science and
subtraction
stuff.
with the BB answer.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay.
And
This one
it
was
says, I
a
want to
little
work hard
hard
to meet
and
my
a
goal,
little
which is mid or
easy.
above grade level.
It was
so you want
just
to be above
this
grade
part that was a little bit hard, and this part was kind of easy.
So that's really nice, KJ.
All right, and
So
then what we would do
on
is
this
she would then go to her
of the year.
reading
So at the beginning of
reflection
the
that
year,
she
you were one
prepared
grade below.
and
That's not
start
bad,
there.
but it's
So
still
then
good. So good
start.
job. That's not terrible.
At the beginning of
And
the
then
year,
on
I
your
scored
second, your most recent math
approaches
assessment, you were
Nice.
on grade level.
on my math 9-week math test.
And your teacher thinks
On my-
that
And then
your
it'll be,
overall
and so we
growth
keep going about
mid or
reading.
above
So she
grade
does the
level.
same thing.
Yay!
Okay, she does the same thing with reading that she did with math. And then she'll show all of her reading work, and this should be full of papers, but again, these are fake papers. Okay, awesome. Show growth.
Show growth.
Woo! Show growth.
Show
All
growth.
right, way to go. And that is it. Okay, awesome. Okay, Miss Young here, and I have the cool filter on because this is my favorite filter. So we have done this video for a couple things. One, it is to show you how to prepare for your conference. So the first thing you got to do is get all your scores ready and practice and make sure that you... KJ, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get in.
Okay, to make sure that you have everything ready to go. So again, your first step is to make sure you have completed this front page so that you know what you're talking about and you know what your goals are. The second thing is to make sure you have everything filled out on your sheet so that you're ready to talk to your families. And then the other thing is so that you kind of see the vibe. You saw that there were multiple kids with their families. Everybody's going to be spread out. You're going to be talking through your folders. And I want you to be excited about your work. Hashtag show growth. Say show growth.
Show growth.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure our families know that we are showing growth and that we are committed to doing our best and having a growth mindset and doing everything that we can do to make our year the best year ever. Hashtag show growth.
Hashtag show growth.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Love you. Bye.